Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I have a speech, don't roll it yet. I'm just standing in this moment because I feel loved. And I just want to thank you for that. Gathering myself so that I can deliver what I poured into my pen for you tonight. If I cry, you just get to know more about me. Okay. I am filled with tremendous gratitude tonight. I would love to thank my dear, dear friend, Mara Brown, for always having my back. I also want to thank our Gala chairs, Bethany Menzies, Hollis Forbes, Kelsey, Louie. The moment I met you, I knew you were special. I also want to thank all the beautiful board members and everyone, the staff, the members of the Door and the Broome Street Academy for the light you're shining on me this evening. I want to give a special shout out to my dear friend, Hill Harper. It does not miss me that we would be aligned in this moment. Thank you for seeing me, believing in me, and supporting me in my work at the Writers' Colony. I am honored to be in a room of change-making people who share my ethos of lifting as I climb. Though I'm mostly known as a storyteller in Hollywood, I believe that my true mission here and what I am uniquely suited for is to spread the need and value of the human story for our collective healing. But first, my origin story is rooted in the belief that each of us is a miracle here to do something greater than ourselves for humanity. And because of that belief, we all entered a door. All of us entered through the first door of existence. We said yes to this human experience in this time reality. That makes our second door the family and community of which we were born into. And that, my friends, is when things get interesting and unfair and unbalanced and unequal. I would bet a lot of us are here tonight, all fancy and cute and accomplished in our formal wear, is due to the love, stability, and care behind our second doors. I know I am. My second door is called Mommy, Grandma, and Auntie. Not only were these pillars in my life there for my care, my food, my shelter, money, camps, education, school clothes, doctor's appointments, amusement parks, summer trips, mentorship, therapy, hugs, favorite meals, and my freshly laundered PJs. They were the safe and stable space that allowed me to figure out my path. They were the first ones that said I could do anything, and then showed me how through discipline, gratitude, and attention to detail. In the open arms of my grandmother, the daily guidance of my mother, and the adventures of my aunt, these glorious women provided little Mara that needed belief that she could do what she dreamed of. These women are the keys to the door of who I am. They in turn taught me how to recognize which doors to knock on for the remainder of my journey when it was time to leave that door called home, which to this day remains open. Away from them, I found the door to Northwestern. Didn't I, Karen? I found more of myself in the door of my marriage to my husband, Salim Akil. The door to my heart flung all the way open with the births of my sons, Yassine and Nasir. I found safety and courage behind the doors of friendship, and thank all of Table 1 who is here and Table 2 who is here for me in this moment. The door to the significant learnings in my industry are due to my mentors, who I will always speak their names: Ralph Farquhar, Sarah Finney Johnson, and Debbie Allen. They saw me, they believed in me, and they left doors for me. They showed me their past and blueprints so I could follow behind them and edit what suited me on my journey, so that I could remember what my mother, Joan Fulmore, my grandmother, Helen Fulmore, and my aunt, Veretta Dent, always told me. They said to me, "It is up to you, Mara, to figure out why you are here. What is the miracle of your life? It is not enough to do for yourself or for your family. God is greater than that for the purpose of your life. Figure it out and get to it. Pay attention to what moves you and follow your feet, for they are connected to your heart." My heart is in the legacy of my children. Perhaps it's in the legacy of my stories, but God willing, it's in the legacy of the promise of Writers' Colony. The Writers' Colony is my door for future storytellers. It is a writing residency, a place I've been called to build for burgeoning Black talent to write, express their voice, and find creative community. In an industry that is so transactional, I believe that artists must first transact with their own voice. Our goal is to curate a space for them to create original works that will serve as a launch pad and a compass for their writing careers. For those of you who are wondering why Black writers, it is important to know that it is my vision to grow Writers' Colony to include all marginalized groups. I believe that the details of who we are and why we are in the conditions that we are in are unique to each of our stories. So though I envision an Indigenous Writers' Colony, a Latino Writers' Colony, an Asian American Writers' Colony, an LGBTQ Writers' Colony, and every intersection needed to get the stories out that we need to hear, I've decided it is okay to focus on our most underserved. I can't wait to one day have a nation full of writers' colonies, a globe full of writers' colonies, that each have their unique safe space. I'm gonna say that again, safe space, to excavate the needed stories of their specific human experience for our collective consciousness and growth as a human race. I believe once we learn to craft our own stories at a value reflective of our worth, we can begin to value each other's stories, and from there we can see that we all are really just reflections of one another and belong to one human race. But to start any story, you must first begin somewhere. And so right now, I begin with Black writers. Hold on. I begin with Black writers. Hold on. There's something missing. Let me say that again. But to start any story, you must first begin somewhere. So right now, I begin with Black writers in a country that owes Black people so much. As stewards of this current era, we also owe underserved young people so much. We have taken a lot. It is time to give back. The Door and Broome Street Academy understand that need too. I applaud and proudly stand with them as they provide whole person care and a second door to the young people of our tomorrow. We can no longer live in a world where we only build doors or leave doors open for our immediate family or friends. Our brightest ideas, our cures for all the ills of society, our new awe-inspiring art and dance, our creative approaches to climate change and human care, and our next local, state, and federal political leaders or public servants, as I've been told, and teachers and builders and doers and storytellers are all in the minds and hearts of all of our young people. And they deserve a launching pad into the world that makes it possible for them to realize the miracle of their life. So, tomorrow, and the next day, and the next 365 days after that, for every door of opportunity, safety, comfort, and delight that we all have the privilege to walk through, please remember that there are that many doors and more that are closing on a lot of people around the world and right here in New York City. And maybe the miracle of your life is to keep them open. I'm so proud to accept this honor, and thank you again. I feel loved. Thank you.